Part 29. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 408. It's so shameless. It's hard to imagine that this is actually the royal family. It's simply a disgrace to the royal family. Being powerful doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. Once character is lost, it will only make people feel extremely disgusting. Going back on one's word and repaying kindness with hatred are the two most despicable qualities. I didn't expect that this celestial race would take possession of them all. It's really disgusting. Humph, as villains, the Demon King, don't even look down on them. But, they're just rubbish. There are so many people like this, and there are many in every world. Anyway, I have seen many of them, and the faces of those family ancestors are all the same, despicable. Many strong men in various dimensions couldn't help but angrily rebuke, and some villains even found it disgusting. They were simply inferior to them. Celestial race? What a shameless villain. Looks like he needs to stop by to teach the Celestials a lesson. In the perfect world, the great elder who was rushing to Sankin days who couldn't help but frown when he saw this, there was a look of disgust in his eyes that could not hide September 17, and the expression on his face was even more extremely unhappy. To actually do something like that to his disciple is really disgusting. Boom. As the aura of chaos emerged, the great elder's speed skyrocketed again, and the time fragments continued to retreat. In an instant, he crossed the endless sea of stars and covered an incomparably far distance. Not long after, a huge piece of land appeared in front of his eyes, located in the starry sky of the universe, surrounded by billions of stars and a sea, and there was the location of 3,000 states. Coming. As the great elder's voice fell, a terrifying aura swept through the 3,000 states, and the indescribable power stirred up the entire land. Almost all the strong men were awakened by this aura, and their hearts were extremely shocked. Pole, the aura of the Supreme Being. The great elder is here, and that guy is so fast. Damn, that ruthless man is here, things are going to be really bad now. At this moment, feeling this powerful aura, the leaders of all forces looked horrified. The terrifying power of the Supreme swept across the 3,000 states, making them feel a little afraid and uneasy. The great elder suppressed the power of an era. He is a ruthless person, even Wang Changsheng of the Wang family cannot match him, and he is worthy of being the number one supreme person in the extreme realm. Sure enough, he came and brought a map of the world of scholars. It doesn't matter, the four of you and me, even if he has great abilities, he can't make any big waves, we just need to wait quietly. Snort, if I hadn't been ill, I could have taken it down by myself. On the other side, several remnant immortals in the immortal palace opened their eyes and looked at the place where the pressure came from. Although their words were full of confidence, their faces were still a little fearful. Although they could indeed suppress them at their peak. Great Elder, but the situation is different now, but with the strength of the four of them, it is more than enough to resist the Great Elder. After all, no matter how powerful the Supreme Being is, it is impossible to defeat the four remnant immortals. At the same time, located in a mysterious area somewhere in the lower world. Grass, these bastards from the Celestial clan, don't let us catch you, or we'll kill your whole family. At this moment, Ling and the villagers present were angry. Looking at the Celestials in the picture, they couldn't help but feel indignant. They wanted to pick up the guy and kill them directly. He is really a bully. He actually bullies their number like this. My uncle can't bear it, but my wife can't bear it. Number 10, are you okay? Xiaoenren is pretty good. After a while, Ling looked at number 10 who was silent and couldn't help but ask. It's okay, it's the celestial royal family who's dealing with me, not Xiaoen, I won't bear a grudge against her. Shaked his head, number 10 did not pay too much attention, and had no hatred for Xiaoen in his heart. He could see that facing the decision of a group of ancestors of gods, Xiaoun had no ability to resist at that time, and her words she didn't play a big role in the celestial race, and she did try her best, but the ancestors of the gods didn't care. She can't be blamed for this matter from beginning to end. If she is to blame, maybe she can only blame her own lack of strength. But one day he will fight against the Celestials to get an explanation for this matter. One day he will definitely overthrow the city of heaven, and the royal family and the imperial family will be as famous as ever. The celestial race has also fallen. The ancestors of the celestial beings in the past were unparalleled in their splendor. It's a pity. On the side, Pagoda couldn't help but snorted, feeling extremely disdainful and even a little disgusted at the excitement of the celestial race. That little peacock is nice. I didn't expect him to grow to this point, which is a bit beyond my expectation. Looking at the God Lord brought by Bald Man, Lu Shu could not help but speak softly. To read Bao's Huang novels, go to Filu Novel Network. In the past, when the Lord of God was young, she once gave him a blessing. Unexpectedly, her random act in the past actually made him grow into a giant in the upper world. You know him. The strength of Dunyi realm can indeed be regarded as a giant, not weaker than the leaders of all walks of life. Besides, Pagoda couldn't help but be a little surprised. He was indeed a little surprised by the talent of Lord Peacock, which is already considered the top in the upper world. At this moment, even the silent number 10 and others were alarmed by Lu Shu's words. Looking at Willow, waiting for his answer. Although number 10 knew that Willow seemed to be very kind to Lord Peacock, he didn't know the specific situation. When he was young, I gave him a blessing. As the sound of the willow tree fell, everyone present and the pagoda couldn't help but marveled, and they were also a little shocked in their hearts. Although knowing the origin of willow tree may be amazing, even shocking, they don't know how terrifying she is. Tisk tisk, Fairy Ye is actually here, now number 10 should be saved. I went, but I didn't expect Fairy Ye to come in such a timely manner. She had previously said that number 10 would report her name when in danger, but she didn't expect it to be true. However, isn't Fairy Ye a person from the post-era era? Can she take action? And I don't think she's very powerful at all. I don't know, but since Fairy Ye has crossed over to the ancient era, I think Ye Haishao must have left her a way to save her life. It's impossible for the majestic Yetiandi not to have any backup plans. Haha, my suggestion is that it's better for Yiting to smash all these bullshit leaders into pulp. Seeing Fairy Ye appearing among the Celestials, many viewers were a little surprised, but more of them were filled with joy. After all, with the methods of Fairy Ye and Ye Haishao, they wanted to keep the there must be nothing wrong with no 10 Sin blood lineage. It's so ridiculous. Our clan really has a borderland, and we use all our clan's strength to resist the powerful foreigners, but they actually condemn the descendants of our clan as sinners. Those damn Nine Heavens people, they are the real sinners. Located outside the Imperial Pass, in an even more ancient border pass, a group of exhausted old people and middle-aged people couldn't help but be furious when they saw this scene. Their terrifying blood energy soared into the sky, and they wanted to kill them directly back into the Nine Heavens. They are not willing to accept it. The people of Jushan are really bullying others. 4.7. It would be fine if they were really sinners, but they were wronged. Their ancestors did not take action against their colleagues. During the Battle of Xiangwu, there were once the strongest men in the Nine Heavens and 10 Earths who were eroded by the darkness. In order to prevent them from falling into the dark camp, the Stone Clan and other ancestors cut off their heads. It was because of this that they were called sinners. We were clearly wronged. Why didn't those Changsheng families clarify? Why not wash away the grievances of our descendants of the Stone Clan? Facing this situation, an old man in the ancient imperial palace couldn't help but feel sad and angry, and his heart was full of unwillingness. Obviously the Changsheng family knew these reasons, but why didn't they clarify it for them? Shortage. What a good name, a peerless emperor of the Stone clan, I really hope to meet him. Located deep in the ancient city, an old king stared at number 10 in the picture, his eyes filled with relief. He wanted to see number 10 more than the identity of the sinner. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 409. In response to this, the powerful men from all major dimensions couldn't help but sneer, their hearts filled with disdain, and the audience from all over the world started to ridicule. It makes me laugh to death. A protector who has just escaped to the first realm actually wants to deduce the future of Emperor Huangtian. It is really ridiculous. Humph, you just brought it upon yourself. The celestial race is simply committing suicide, waiting for the Emperor of Desolate Heaven to come and completely annihilate you. I can only say that you did a great job. Even the 10 ancestors of the plateau were unable to do anything to Emperor Huangtian. You little cows and horses are so arrogant. It is simply ridiculous. Located in the plateau, the 10 ancestors have strange expressions. They look at the protector in the picture as if he were a fool, with extreme disdain in their hearts. Escape to the 105 realm. The giant of the upper world? What is that? Even ants are inferior to things, so you still want to deduce an absurd future? That is an existence that even they can't deduce. If you can deduce it, then who are they? You deserve it, you will not deserve it if you do it yourself. In the perfect world, number 10 couldn't help but sneered when he looked at this scene, and felt a lot more comfortable in his heart. Those damn celestial beings had brought him a lot of trouble. It would be best to have a few more people to deduce it, and then work together, damn it. Unexpectedly, my cousin is still alive. It seems that someone rescued him in the past. It must be the girl with double pupils. My cousin has become stronger. Just standing not far away gives me a powerful force. It is really scary. My cousin's pupils have become so deep that he can't even see Chongtangle. Could it be that his pupils are about to merge into one? Yes, my cousin's current state is the same as that of the girl with double pupils in the past. When the double pupils are exhausted, they can return to their original state, or they can evolve into double pupils again, and can be fully sublimated. It is obvious that my cousin has embarked on an invincible road. Double pupils. Invincible road. However, Emperor Huangtian, can be invincible in the world without the help of the Supreme Bone. What is invincible with double eyes? Emperor Huangtian is just a small path in front of me. With the appearance of my cousin, the powerful people from all major dimensions were talking about it. Some were surprised by his appearance, some were surprised by his strength, and some were dismissive. After all, losing to the existence of number 10, it is impossible to surpass him in this life. Ha ha ha, it made me laugh. They were originally looking for number 10, but they found 3 of them at once. That expression was so funny. The 3 sin-blooded descendants all had holy light rising from their foreheads. The visions were all shocking. Even the face of the 6-crown king changed. Tisk, 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 he actually offended 3 people at once. He is truly worthy of being a 6-time champion. Could it be that he wants to fight 1 against 3? To read exciting novels, go to Philo Novel Network. Whose general is this? I thought Lu Buletin was already invincible, but I didn't expect there was someone braver than him. It's so funny, number 10 and the others were about to start a fight, but unexpectedly the 6-time champion directly diverted his attention. He is indeed the genius of the younger generation. At this moment, looking at the faces of the 6-time champion and the others in the picture, the audience from all over the world couldn't help but burst out laughing, and couldn't help but feel refreshed. For the 6-time champion to be so arrogant, it was like kicking the iron. Are you done? Tisk, 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 the 6-crown king is proud of the past and present, and looks down upon the 9 heavens and 10 earths. This level of combat power is really amazing. He can't even defeat Qin Hao, who has immortal bones and supreme bones. Haha, although the strength is quite strong, the brain is not very good. Why would a supreme genius want to die? Facing the 3 supreme beings, you actually dare to take action forcefully. You are really seeking death. Ha ha ha, I beat my younger brother, and my elder brother came out to stand up for him. I didn't expect to see number 10, Qin Hao, and my cousin join forces in my lifetime. This is really interesting. As the picture continued to change, the strong men from all major dimensions couldn't help but admire the courage of the 6-time champion, and then even marveled that the 3 of them on the 10th actually chose to join forces. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Taking stock of the people in the world, starting with the fate of the country. Author, Red Lotus. Chapter 410. Immortality destroyed. Is that the magic of the immortal bone in Qin Hao's body? The power is really amazing, it's like a real immortal coming to the world, it makes people feel heart-stopping. Xiao Liuzi. What a good nickname. If you don't know better, you might think that the 6-time champion is a little eunuch. This guy, cousin, is such a disservice. Ha ha ha, I like my cousin a little bit now. At least this guy won't backstab when foreign enemies come. Although he is a bit insidious, he still has merits. Xiao Liuzi's mentality is shattered. I'm afraid the hands of these 3 brothers are swollen today. This is not a simple siege, but a killing. I have to say that the 6-time champion is so bold. I don't know where he got the courage to actually challenge the future Emperor Huang Tian. If you challenge just one of them, that's all. The 3 of them are provoking them together. If he doesn't kill me today, they all feel worthless for him. As the picture continued to change, the powerful people in the world were also amazed. Some were surprised by some powerful treasures, some felt that their cousin was much more pleasing to the eye, and some people directly mocked the 6-crown champion. The words are full of sarcasm. No matter how powerful the young prodigies are, they don't dare to face the 3 brothers number 10 alone. After all, one future Huangtian emperor is enough to make them feel like they are facing a formidable enemy, and even lead to panic and defeat. However, now there is such a brave genius, which is really admirable. At this moment, all the young geniuses in the perfect world, the one leaf covering the sky world, and the holy ruins world all admired the 6-crown king. Even the descendants of the foreign emperors, the kings of the fairyland, and even the descendants of God. The geniuses are all ashamed of themselves. It's so awesome, such a brilliant record has a sure impact on the past and present and the future. From ancient times to the present, there has never been a young prodigy of the same level who has allowed Emperor Huangtian to join forces with Qin Hao and his cousin. In the past, other prodigies besieged number 10, but now the 6-time crown champion has achieved such a brilliant achievement. Even the 10 ancestors of the plateau can't help but look at him differently at this moment and no longer regard him as an ant. Instead, treat it as a big idiot. An ant is still living in vain, but you stupid bird actually takes the initiative to kill someone. I really don't know how he got to where he is today. Tisk, 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 the 6-time champion is indeed not a winner. He was able to injure one of the 3 people among the siege. He is indeed very strong. It has to be said that if the 6-time champion were to face any of the 3 men alone, he might not be able to defeat him, and Qin Hao might even be counterattacked. But he is too arrogant and confident that he can be invincible for the rest of his life. Ha ha ha, Xiao Liuzi's current situation is simply embarrassing, but it looks like he is going to use his ultimate move. Hiss, the 6-time champion shouted 5 words of kill in a row. The terrifying murderous intention was so shocking that the onlookers had their souls wiped out. If it weren't for the screen, I'm afraid we would be in danger of falling. Huh, no matter how strong he is, his cousin's double eyes open up the world, no 10 caves and heavens merge into one, Qin Hao's immortal bones show their power, even if he is a god, he will die today. As the picture continued to change, the powerful people from all major dimensions were talking about it. While they were feeling sorry for the strength of the six-time champion Ning Chuan, they also couldn't help but feel that he was too stupid. Tisk tisk tisk, the six-crown king, who is said to be invincible for 6 generations, is really powerful, but he actually needs the 3 brothers of the Stone clan to join forces. It is really terrifying. Among the most powerful young prodigies throughout the ages, there must be a place for the 6 crown champions. Such powerful people are destined to be invincible. If they were not besieged, they would definitely have the qualifications of a great emperor. Ahem, can the 2 people upstairs please stop being slanderous? I'm so pissed off that you are still bragging here. I guess there are too many people like you, that's why he has become so arrogant. Ha ha ha, it made me laugh so hard. I was so arrogant at the beginning, but now I am so embarrassed. Is there really someone who can fight 1 against 3 by himself? The 6 crown champion is not completely dead yet. This is just a body of his. This is just his spiritual body, not his real body. Just a spiritual body is so powerful. If a real 6 crown champion is born, how terrifying will his strength be? The name of the 6-time champion should not be underestimated, but I believe that number 10 will kill him alone in the future, so as to become a stepping stone on the road to the emperor. With the fall of the 6-time champion, many viewers started to sarcastically comment, but some strong people said that it was just a spiritual body, which made many people take a breath and feel a little frightened. However, for those fans who support Huangtian Emperor, the so-called 6 crowns are just a small stepping stone. What the Huangtian Emperor will face in the future will not be the small 6 crowns, but those the 10 ancestors in the plateau. Ancient scriptures of immortality, this is a great blessing. To read exciting novels, go to Fila Novel Network. I didn't expect that there would be such a supreme scripture in the ancient secret realm of immortality. This is incredible. If we can get it, our strength may be able to go 1 step further and have a glimpse of the road to the supreme. Looking at this scene, the expressions of some sect leaders were full of envy, and they were full of envy when looking at the scriptures. Even the strongest men at the supreme level were no exception. Even the ancient supreme being in the restricted area of life in the world of 1 leaf covering the sky, they are all jealous and have an incomparable desire in their hearts. That is an ancient scripture of immortality. If they can obtain it, they may be able to go 1 step further and transform into immortals in the mortal world. I didn't expect that there would be such a blessing among the 3,000 states. It seems that I can't let it go easily. Among the ancient scriptures left by the ancient immortals, there may be an immortal King Sutra among them. Well, it seems that in addition to looking for Emperor Huangtian this time, we can also take advantage of the opportunity to seize some opportunities. Those supreme geniuses who have obtained ancient scriptures are also good candidates. Located above the 9 heavens, even those true immortals who came from the lower realms under the guidance of the immortal king had a look of surprise in their eyes at this moment, and they couldn't help but feel a little moved in their hearts. That is an ancient scripture of immortality. Unexpectedly, that kind of creation actually appeared in Sankin days Hu. Even the true immortals are eager to get this level of scriptures. If we can find the ancient scriptures of the immortal king level, it will be a great creation. Maybe we can take this a step further. As expected of me, I actually found a treasure. I am so lucky to be able to recruit such an unparalleled talent to the Supreme Palace. On the other side, Chi Dao couldn't help but marvel at this moment. When he saw number 10 carefully using his invincible power to sweep away the Immortal Palace Supreme and a group of ancient freaks, he couldn't help but feel excited. Especially when he thought that number 10 would achieve greatness in the future. The realm of Tao is even more shocking. The realm of sacrificing Tao, that is an existence that has surpassed the Luju level immortal emperor, surpassed the level of the multiverse, and reached a point beyond their cognition. Chuang. This is the suprema field that even the founder of the temple had no knowledge of,